What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shout In. Stepping in the building, I got a friend to the family and the show off in this thing. The business bully himself, Dave Anderson. What's good with it, boss?
Yeah, you already know, homie. I'm happy to be here, bro.
Hey, man, appreciate you pulling up on the play in this thing. Now,
hey,
Dave, first of all, man, I know you stay up there in Philly, right?
Yes, sir.
What the hell is you doing in the A?
I'm shooting my docu-series, bro. It's called The G.O.A.T Herder.
Ooh.
Yes, indeed.
The G.O.A.T Herder.
Right. I mean, if you look at my resume, if you look at what I've done, if you look at the people that I've helped, if you look at the amount of revenue I've helped generate,
my God,
there are goats and there are herders.
I mean, I hate to get all the way off in your business, but is that trademarked? Because that's the slickest shit I ever heard in the last 24 months, sir.
They don't call me the business bully because I'm meek at this shit.
I need that shirt.
Trademark spending. Oh, I'll get you a G.O.A.T Herder shirt. We do have shirts.
The shirt.
Oh, the shirts are already available.
That's
right
slick
now.
As hell.
Yeah.
Okay, so now break down this documentary though, man.
All right. So here's the thing. I grew up in radio. You know that.
That's right.
You know I've done everything anybody could possibly want to do.
That's right.
Business. You know, marketing, entertainment, singing, all that type of stuff, like rapping, producing. I've done all of that.
That's right.
And the thing of it is, when you look at what happens when you're working, you're busy working. You're not keeping tally of all the things that you've done or all the lives that you may have touched. And what I find is, as black men in a society that kind of likes to tell a certain narrative when it comes to black men specifically, not discounting anybody else's experience, but I have been blessed to be a black man, so I can only speak, you know, from that knowledge base.
Exactly.
And when it comes to being a black man in America who wants to call his own shots, own his own way, control their own destiny on some Invictus, I am the captain of my fate, I am the master of my soul type of shit, they tend to like to paint you out to be a troublemaker, to have an attitude, to be difficult to work with, you know, not a team player, you know, all of those things, because they can't come after your work ethic, so they come after your character. And we as black men, because we're just trying to go along and get along, right? When we're trying to feed our families, put food on the table, grow in our craft and build a legacy, they do this to diminish the value. It's kind of like when you go in real estate, you go in and you have individuals who you know are going to tear shit up, right? Because then that drops the property value down, and then you buy, right? And then you sell or rent high.
That's right.
It's the same thing. So if you treat me a certain way, and that's the reputation you put out about me, right? Because people don't take any type of time to do any due diligence. They'll just believe whatever's being said and take it as facts. That's damaging. And now I've gotten myself, thank you God, to a point where I don't need anybody's job. I don't need anybody's opinion. So I wanted to talk to the individuals who were there throughout every aspect of my life. When I was a kid doing radio, when I was singing backgrounds for Teddy Pendergrass, when I was
let's go.
Like when I was doing all of these things, right? When I was, you know, learning from Wendy Williams and being in that presence from individuals who were there, so that you can't say that, oh, I'm just going to tell my story and I'm not editing it. I'm going after people with this docuseries who love me and people who can't stand me, and I'm letting them say whatever the fuck they want.
My God.
Because here's the thing, I'm not perfect. I hate these, like Dave Chappelle said, I don't have the discipline to be Antoine Fisher. Because Antoine Fisher wrote the Antoine Fisher story.
Facts.
Right? He went and got Denzel to direct it. He went and got, who was it who played Antoine? Oh, the what's his
Antoine.
name?
Oh, no.
Oh, God. And is it Derek Luke? I think it's Derek Luke. Right? It's either Derek Luke or the other kid from Save the Last Dance. They're interchangeable. Shout out to
I feel you.
But here's the thing. He said that, Dave Chappelle said, I couldn't do that because I'd fuck it up and I'd add all types of shit.
That's right.
I'm eliminating that. I'm not somebody that's going to try and paint himself to be perfect. And then when people talk about me from their vantage point, they're not talking about me. They're talking about some dude I used to be.
Come on.
Dave Anderson, who sat with you in 2019, is not Dave Anderson 2021.
Facts.
Not Dave Anderson 2022. Because 2021 Dave Anderson can't handle what 2022 Dave Anderson is pulling off right now.
My God.
You see what I'm saying? So when they say those things about me, whether they are good or bad or neutral, they're talking about somebody who no longer exists. Parts of me are there, but you know, they even say scientifically, every 7 years your body regenerates.
Come on.
So you talking about what I did in 08? Yeah, cool.
Okay, so Dave, when you speak of just the friction with you, and it seems like corporate that you speak of, what do you think was some of the main causes of that friction, man?
They're dinosaurs. They're dinosaurs. They don't know what they're doing. They don't want to listen. And when they have an idea in their head, they have a bunch of gland-handing, dick-sucking yes men telling them, oh, yeah, boss, that's a good idea. I remember once I worked at a radio station, and one of the more progressive program directors says to me, watch out for this dude. And I said, what's wrong with that dude? He says, have you ever seen the movie Life? I said, yeah. He was like, you remember the scene where the warden was talking about the gun line, and the other guy was just like, tell him about the gun line, boss. He's like, he's one of them.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, that guy was not alone. 99% of people in the corporate entertainment, media, marketing game, they walk around, tell them about the gun line, boss. and I'm like, don't you see that you could be more? Like, don't you understand? Like, here's the thing, right? I'm out here right now shooting my docu-series, and I'm also meeting with clients.
Okay.
Right? I've got clients here who do very well. Like, I have an amazing couple who make empanadas. Nigga. And I feel like I'm not as fat as I used to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you want to trust an opinion on food,
yeah,
trust the fat boy.
Come on
and
now.
The fat boy is telling you, these motherfucking empanadas, bro. And I hit him with it, right? This is why people pay me a shit ton of money. I hit him with it. I said, listen, you know what you're missing?
Yeah.
I said, nah. I said, apple empanadas.
Ooh.
They pulled up on me when I got here yesterday. I got off the plane, went to go see my client. I was like, yo, I'm going to have lunch catered, with one of my other clients. She's like, bet. I'm like, you like empanadas? She said, I ain't never had them. I said, you about to get your life.
Yeah.
They came in here. They hit me with them apple empanadas.
Nigga. My God.
Bro, the apple joints by themselves is 6 figures. Woo! So the thing of it is, I'm able to allow people to do the one thing that corporate America has been doing to black people since corporate America was created. And that is giving them a platform, an opportunity, and the skill set to monetize their dreams.
Facts.
Because that's what they do when they say, hey kid, I like your tape. You want to be on the radio? Hey kid, I think you're a pretty good actor. You want to be on TV? You want to be in the movies? And again, I'm not shitting on the entire industry, right? Because I'm a business owner. I get it.
Yeah.
However, I'm black people first.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like if you are harnessing somebody else's time, talent, energy, and skill and ingenuity for yourself, then you're a plantation owner too.
How do you get people to understand that they're on a plantation? Because Harriet Tubman said that she could have freed more slaves if they only knew that they were slaves.
There's a comic book called Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer.
Damn.
It's phenomenal. It's better than Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. It's written by black folks. And it's not that white people are white people. In this world, white people are demons. So Harriet Tubman is killing demons. If demons go unchecked, they will continue to wreak hell on your self-esteem, on your value, on your ability to generate wealth. Because if you, see, I'm answering your question, I swear to God I am. I just need you to stay with me.
You.
Les Brown famously said one time he saw a guy on a porch and he walked by and the guy was sitting there with an old dog, right? Just typical old basset hound bitch. And the dog was moaning and groaning. And he said, excuse me, sir, is your dog okay? Oh yeah, she's fine. She just moaning and groaning. But why, sir? Well, because she's laying on a nail. And Les goes, but if she laying on a nail, why don't she just get up? Well, you know, that old bitch, she's just, she don't hurt her bad enough for her to get up. Just bad enough to moan and groan.
Come on.
There's a lot of bitches out here like laying on the nail. Groaning. Laying on the nail, moaning and groaning, and will not get up. So for those who are really tired of moaning and groaning, I'm getting up on that porch and I'm pulling them off that motherfucking nail. Then I'm going to treat the fucking wound. Then I'm going to stitch it the fuck up. And I'm going to show you a safe place to lay your head where you won't have any motherfucking nails poking you in your stomach. Because if you are working just to get by, shout out to Talib Kweli, and just, you know, to get past, you know, just to get through, I just got to make it from paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. So you're branching. Mm-hmm. That's not how you're supposed to live.
That's not life, man.
So if you are willing to take my hand and understand that, and you're willing to invest in yourself, I'm here for you. If you're not, I'm gonna leave you on your nail, bitch.
That's right.
Sorry.
What is it that you do for people though to help them get up off that nail in reality?
I show them what they could do. So let's break this down, right? So I got an iPhone here, nothing fancy.
That's
we
right.
didn't prep. I didn't ask you for any particular questions. So let's just take the calculator app.
Okay.
Right? Dirt simple. Let's say somebody makes $60,000 a year.
Okay.
All right. And they work all year round. Mm-hmm. That means they make before taxes $1,153. But let's make it sexy. Let's just keep it at $1,200. You know, a week. So you're making $1,200 a week, right? So if your rent's $1,500, right? So let's just do this. So let's divide 60,000. 60,000 times. Let's divide it by 12, right? So that's $5,000 a month.
Okay.
Right? So let's just let's leave taxes off for a second.
Damn taxes.
Let's leave taxes off. Let's play the game fair.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because all right, death and taxes is guaranteed, but for this demonstration, let's leave the taxes in. Let's just say that you're a 1099 employee making $60,000 a year, and you're responsible for your taxes at the end of the year. Okay. Right? So if your rent is, you don't live in a decent part of town.
It's $1,500.
$1,500. I'm gonna let you do the numbers. All right?
Yeah.
So if your rent is $1,500, right? So you subtract 5,000 from say so 5,000 minus 1,500. You got 3,500 left, right?
Okay.
So we got 3,500. You got a phone bill, right?
Come on.
What, 200 for that?
Come on.
3,300, right? You got your car note.
Come on.
Let's just be honest, 400, because most of y'all ain't got your credit together, right? Then, wait, you got health insurance.
Ooh, shit.
You single, you got kids.
Ooh.
Let's just say you got one kid. Again, I'm going to be conservative.
Yeah.
Right? So you got one kid, your health insurance is going to be $600 a paycheck. So 600 times 2 is 1,200. So we're just going to go ahead and subtract 1,200. So now we're at 1,700. So you got gas because you got to drive back and forth to work because the average American is not walking and they usually live about at least 5 miles from their job.
Yeah.
So how much gas do you feel like that is?
I mean, you're going to have to at least lay $50 worth of gas down a week, I would say.
All right, so that's 200. So you're at 1,500.
Okay.
You ain't got no clothes, no shoes yet. And you know you can't wear the same thing to corporate America every fucking day because you're going to get talked about and they're going to look at you, you're going to be musty, it's going to be worn out.
Come on.
So how much is the clothing budget monthly?
$200 maybe?
That's very conservative. I like that. 200.
Yeah. Cause hell, nigga, I've been wearing the same shirts on these interviews for the last 10 years, but I'm different.
You're a little different though. You save your money. You a frugal Negro.
But exactly.
Not at all. Like, listen, you know how much money I save on haircuts?
Come on.
You see his locks, they down to his ass.
Exactly.
There's a method, but he still got to get them retwisted. But he probably doing himself. You do it yourself, don't you?
The wife do it, but it might be every 3 to 4 months, and she a stylist, and she still don't want to do my hair, so my hair be fucked up.
You got a lot of hair, bro. It's a job, bro.
You just got to get the roots, though.
You Black Samson, bro. We ain't gonna talk about how Samson was black, though. You know. So $1,300 is what we got left.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you still ain't even really went through all of the bills in the house, though.
No, I'm getting there.
Oh,
You gotta eat. I mean, so far we know it's you and the kid.
Yeah.
Boy or girl?
Let's go, boy.
Boy, shit. You and a black boy. Oh, right there. That's $300 in groceries. Bare minimum.
That's bare minimum.
That's bare minimum. So now we're down to $1,000. But you ain't paid taxes yet.
Or the water bill, or the light bill, or the gas bill, or insurance.
So we got rid of the taxes, and then we got, you said the water bill?
Water bill. Mm-hmm. Electric bill.
Electric bill is probably about $150.
We can go 150.
All right, 150 minus.
Gas bill.
Okay, so we got. Okay. You said gas bill? Gas bill $50 a month, right?
At the very least, in a summer.
I want to be conservative with this.
Okay.
All right.
Insurance.
Insurance.
And I'm talking about car insurance. Just the regular insurance.
Car insurance. All right. So that's another car insurance. Probably, let's be conservative, $150.
Yeah.
Right. And then you got to have internet. It's 2022. Internet, cable, that whole nine. So that bundle, depending on which taxes and weird fees they put in that shit.
At the very least, it's $150.
So we're subtracting $150, right?
Yeah. Where we at now, Dave?
You go ahead and you read these people the bad news. This is your show.
Oh, so we in the red 550 every month?
You're in the red 550 every month. So you know what you're doing?
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul. And you best to hope that Peter ain't got straps.
Whew.
Because Peter tired of getting robbed.
Come on.
And Paul tired of waiting. So you're already against the fucking hamster wheel. You're up against the wall. So when do you have time to be creative? When you got time to have fun?
Because you're trying to get overtime.
Right. How good is your sex life if you're stressed? Like, I mean, let's just keep it a buck, bro. It's people walking around here with more month at the end of the money. But they don't want to leave because they got a good job.
My God.
Do you realize in America, the average tenure for any employment is 18.1 months? Ain't no more gold watch. Who you know retiring?
Ain't nobody retired since my grandma, man. And she 80-something years old.
So dig this hustle. This is how fucked up they fuck you, right? So let's say you leave a gig and they go through your resume and they all go, oh, well, you know, you've got some gaps in your resume and it looks like you haven't stayed any place particularly long. Bitch, who does? How long you been? Oh, well, I've been here 2 years. Oh, congratulations. You are an Apollo legend. It don't happen. And if you find people who have staying power, they're either disgruntled or their kiss ass, tell them about the gun line, boss.
Come on.
And right now, there's somebody in your comments who's watching this and saying, well, fuck that nigga, because everybody can't be an entrepreneur. You right. Everybody can't be a millionaire.
Facts.
But I will tell you, I like being a millionaire more than I like being a broke bitch. Like, and I'm not being funny. Like, if you understood what it means to control some shit, if you understood what it means to not have to worry about that, you can be creative. It's Jay-Z said, everybody's got genius level talent. You know what I'm saying? They just got to find it and exploit it. And he's right.
Those are facts.
He's right. But here's the problem, Hove. If I'm worried about, oh, what, my daughter wants to do Girl Scouts? My oldest daughter wanted to do karate, right? I got a child right now. She's 6 years old. She's smart as a whip. Her makeup line is coming out in Nordstrom. She's a beast with it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Congratulate her. She was like, Daddy, I want to do makeup. I'm like, bet, let's go. You want to know why? And people are like, well, what kind of sense that made the 6-year-old want to have a makeup line in Nordstrom? Who this nigga think he is? Here, very easy for you to say, motherfucker. Here's the thing. There's a kid named Ryan. Okay, this kid named Ryan made $28 million last year. Year before he made 30. Year before he made 18. You want what he does for a living?
What?
He reviews toys on YouTube. He does not manufacture, distribute, produce, package, ship, any of that. He just opens the box and gives his reaction.
My God.
He has the right type of thumbnail. He has the right type of hashtag, and he knows how to connect with his audience. So you're trying to tell me that an 8-year-old kid has more acumen, but you have a master's degree. Okay.
Come on. And see, when it comes to those degrees, I'm a firm believer in education, but my question is, what are you doing with the education? If you're going to get the education to go work a job, you might be getting the education for the wrong reason.
Bro, we're not getting an education to work a job. We're getting an education to please our mama so our mama has something to talk about with her friends.
My God.
We ain't ready for that conversation, though, because now they're going to say, oh, well, he hates single black moms. No, slow the fuck down. Because my mother, right? My mother and father divorced when I was 3. My father was in my life. I had a daddy.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not that kind of statistic. But my mom technically was a single mom because my parents divorced.
Yeah.
Right? My mom worked hard. My mom worked on assembly lines. My mom owned a beauty salon.
That's right.
My mom would take knickknacks from the thrift store and a glue gun and sell pins to white folks who were teaching with her at her job. Right? Like my mom knew how to get it.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So I have all the utmost respect for that. But my thing to you is, if the degree was truly the answer, don't take it from Dave Anderson. Take your bitch ass over to Google. Right? And I want you to type in what the Bureau of Labor and Statistics says. Right? Look at what the Department of Education says, because here are the numbers regardless of race, socioeconomic status, regardless of religion, sexual orientation. If you graduate from college, only 27% of all graduated, completed, degreed Americans are actually working in the field in which they majored.
My God.
You ever get a 27 on a test, B-High?
I done been there.
What's the grade for 27?
That's failing miserably.
It's failing miserably. So if the United States education system, and I'm not even going to talk about public school, elementary school, middle school, or high school, if the United States higher education system, or what I like to call, you ever heard of Big Pharma?
Yeah.
Big Tobacco?
Yeah.
I call this shit Big College. Big College has a marketing campaign to get you hooked.
Yeah.
And they ran it through black people's emotions and their grandmama's traditions, and they said, you have to do this because education leads to freedom. Education is freedom. Bitch, I saw Posse too. Shouts to Mario Van Peebles. But I hate to break it to you, you're wrong. It ain't. Right? If having a master's degree in divinity made you a great religious leader, explain what college Jesus Christ went to, Moses went to, Paul went to. You either got it or you don't. What Jakes does on a stage, what Jakes does in a pulpit, right? I just bumped into Jamal Bryant at the airport. What Brian does, regardless of whether you agree with them, like them, don't feel they do enough for the community, whatever. What they do is a gift. And they have perfected that gift. Yeah. They have monetized that gift, and they have expressed that gift on their terms. That's what they're not teaching. And I know before you say, oh, well, he's shitting on colleges. Here's the fucking cold water, bitch. I'm a college professor.
Come on.
I teach at the Temple University. I teach digital marketing and social media.
Come on.
And do you know why I do it, even though I'm dead set against college?
Talk to me.
Because what my peers teach is different from what I teach.
What the fuck you in there teaching? And don't go there with me, Dave, because as a former professor, my damn self, I totally understand. Sometimes you got to go into the belly of the beast to extract some folks. You know, when I had to tell my students, I said, hey, man, all all of y'all in here gonna get a degree. But I said, all of y'all ain't gonna get no education.
That's the part.
I said, an education is something tangible that you could go out here and use to make some money. Now, the education is right at your fingertips.
That's it.
If you take advantage of it, you'll be successful. But that degree, they gonna give you that. And that paper ain't gonna do as much for you as that education would have.
No, and
it's all in the same place.
It's all in the same place. It's right there. But again, if I gave you LeBron James's sneakers and his basketball, you gonna bring me home a ship?
Come on.
There has to be something in you that they can't put on you. But here's the fucked up shit. And please do me a favor. Please check what I'm saying for yourself. If you catch me in a lie, educate me, because guess what? Shakespeare says second thoughts make liars of us all.
Ooh.
So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and I want you to look at what happens when a child, keep in mind I said child, not man, not woman, not non-binary adult for the politically correct. When a child has to go to school, because over 80% of children in school have to take some sort of financial aid, which in layman's terms is a student loan. Okay? So if you're taking a student loan and you're 17, 16 in some extreme cases, do you have any idea of the financial implications of what it is that you're signing? No, that's why they have your parent come in and co-sign. Now, Beehive,
talk to me.
I have a question for you, and I know this is your interview, so forgive me, but I just want to ask.
Say what you feel, and I'm here for it.
Why is it people, regardless of their credit, children can go in without any credit history, with very little job history, and get 10, 50, 100, 200, 400, $500,000 in student loans just by signing a piece of paper? You want to know why? Because the government guarantees those loans whether you pay them back or not. And the consequences of you paying them back, not paying them back, is that you have shitty credit. But let's say you are paying them back. Let's say you're being responsible and you're out here and you've beaten the odds and you're in that lucky 27% that is actually working in the field they're majoring in. You remember that negative 550?
Yeah.
I didn't add student loans. So, to put that in layman's terms that everybody can look up for themselves, when you come out of school, fuck that, while you're in school, let me tell you how big college operates, because we're going to break this. Do I have a little time?
Take your time.
This is how big college operates. The first thing they do is they give you that student loan. Okay? Now keep in mind, all the buildings are already paid for from endowments and from the state. Usually if it's a state school, if it's a private school, they're paid by the alumni, by the foundation, by the university in and of itself. That's not your tuition. Your tuition is what we call in radio non-traditional revenue. We're not using it to keep the lights on. We're using it because we can. And that's how we're able to pay somebody $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 to teach one course because they're famous. Right? That's hustle number one. Hustle number two is the government is in bed with these institutions so that they can make more money. See, everything that we're taught has nothing to do with what we need. So now you have to educate those children. So we know that they already have all the lecture halls, all the places for recitation, all the small classrooms, all the computer labs, all the libraries that you can shake a dollar at.
Come on.
You know what they do need though?
What?
Books.
Ooh.
So guess who Big College gets in bed with next? Big Publishing. And they'll change one fucking word. So you gotta pay $500 for one book in some cases. Let's be conservative. Let's say it's $150 for one book, and you need that book because it's required reading according to the syllabus. Stop me where I go wrong, because you were a college professor for much longer than I've been, right? They'll change one word, and now your resale value for that book, the book you paid $150 for, you're lucky if you get 10. So you're either going to keep that book, which has already been told it's obsolete, it's planned obsolescence, just like when your iPhone starts fucking up right around the time the new iPhone comes out. It is planned obsolescence. Trending right now, hashtag planned obsolescence.
That's right.
Right? So they make the book irrelevant, even though the information in the book is just the same, except for one phrase here, one sentence here, one punctuation mark there.
Come on.
And then you got to do it. So again, you're going to take out a bigger loan to cover the books. So now we've got the school, We got Sally Mae, Freddie Mac, whoever you're paying your loan to.
Yeah.
Right? Then we've got big publishing. And the school loves it because you got to go to the bookstore. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
But wait, we're not done. So, your kid is probably going to want to go away. Many students do go away. So, now, we've got big housing.
Yeah.
Somebody got to have those beds. Yeah. Somebody got to make those mattresses. Somebody has to have... There are dorm survival kits being sold at Target.
Yeah.
So now, we've got big retail. Your baby ain't even 18 yet, and I ain't even halfway done. So, of course, you're a parent. You want to make sure your child eats. As a father of a fully matriculated Howard University senior, I will tell you, I make sure my kid eats. You know what that requires? A meal plan.
Come on.
You know what that means? Big hospitality.
Yeah.
Sodexo Marriott.
Yeah.
You know, all of these different companies that service schools or have divisions that service schools in that cafeteria. So Joseph is serving your child Korean Kung Fu beef. Or whatever the fuck it is. Or pizza that is so much better than the pizza they got at their shitty ass high school that they love it until they don't love it anymore. And you're paying an exorbitant amount of money, which let's say your average meal plan is $750, and I'm being very conservative by saying that. To feed that child for a semester will probably run about $100. But because you're doing it in bulk, it's actually about 10 to 20 per student.
Yeah.
So what happens to the other 730? That's what we call profit.
Yeah.
Okay? So then you're going to want to make sure that you instill a sense of pride to make it easier. So what do you have? You have sports.
Yeah.
You got pep rallies.
Yeah.
And you know what comes with sports and pep rallies, B-High?
Talk to me.
Big merchandise. Woo! Because you're going to wear it. I said it's great to be a Temple Owl. I did it. I do it. I love Temple like Bill Cosby loved Temple before they threw his ass out.
Come on.
Unfairly and unjustly.
Come on.
You gotta buy the shirt. You gotta buy the sweats.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the rally towel.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy your student discounted tickets to the game, and you're not gonna go alone. So here's a 4-pack, young partner.
Come on.
Right? And then, of course, there's the built-in pressure from all of the subliminal ads that are all over campus. So now you've got, and I'm not saying specifically, but just examples. Let's just say it's, it's Nike. Let's just say it's Reebok. Let's say it's Under Armour, who I absolutely wear and love.
Yeah.
I gotta look good on campus.
Come on.
So there's the gear. Again, big retail is rearing its ugly head.
Yeah.
And your child ain't even moved into the dorm yet.
So answer me this, Dave. As a parent and just as grown folks out here in this society, what is it that you suggest they do in order to live a better damn life?
Get your fucking credit together. Not now, yesterday. That's one. Number two, my child went to college because that's what she wanted to do. I didn't want it for her. I know that for what she does, because she's a creative, she likes to shoot films and she's really good at it. Melina Matsoukas, is one of her mentors, the director of Queen of Slim. She won a contest on Instagram. She's dope. She won 10,000. Like my kid she's really good. She's got a great eye.
Yeah.
But she wanted that experience, and I'm not going to deny my child experience based upon my particular trauma.
That's right.
That's not fair.
I feel you.
Also, my children come from me. They are not me. So they deserve to have whatever it is that they want to have.
Exactly.
However, I put her up on game. And I told her, listen, you're going there for the experience. You ain't going there for the degree, because the degree don't mean nothing. And, not for nothing, but her mother used to work in HR. And the funny thing is, she would watch other HR professionals she would work with, see somebody come across, somebody's resume come across their desk who went to an HBCU, and then throw their shit in a circular file, sight unseen, even if they were more qualified than people who went to a PWI or primarily white institution. And my whole thing is, if you want your child to go to college, great, pay for it outright. When my child graduates, she's graduating debt-free, drug-free, drama-free. Now, before somebody says, well, Dave, that's easy for you to say. You got money. I ain't had money when she started.
Come on.
She graduated in 2017, and that's just around the time I started to hit.
Yeah.
And I wasn't making any, I didn't have all these businesses and all that dumb stuff that people like to focus on and try to say, well, that's easy for you to say. You the exception.
Yeah.
No, I come from an exceptional people. They're called black people, right? We built this shit for free.
Come on.
Right? But they convince you that you can't do anything. But if you can't do anything, then how come they keep hiring you at these jobs? How come when you get your master's degree or your PhD, right? How come they say you're in a bit of a rut because you're between gigs and you need something fast because you have to still put food on the table like a responsible, productive member of society here in America? They tell you you're overqualified. If I'm over something, that means I'm more than. I personally am overweight. So I'm more than the weight. You feel me? But if somebody's overqualified and they truly want to do the job, why don't they want to hire you? So don't tell me about how hard it is to do and how easy it is for me to say when I'm telling you, you can do this.
Why do you think overqualified people never get the job or have a hard time getting a job?
Because most people who are hiring are pussies. And my mama would say, and my mother, who's a proud graduate of Cheney University, she got her master's degree from the University of Pennsylvania. My mother's an Ivy League educated woman and an HBCU educated woman. My mother would say, tongue in cheek, because she has a crisp grasp on the English vernacular. She would say, David, the problem with niggas is they have one mantra and one mantra only. I don't mind you doing good, long as you ain't doing gooder than me.
My God.
And that's it. Listen, I've been at jobs. I've applied for jobs where I'm the guy. Like, you're not going to find somebody better. Humbly stated, look at my resume if you'd like. And sure enough, they'd be like, no, you overqualified. We can't have you. Right? The reason I stayed out of corporate America and I will not go back to corporate America is that people who hire people, they want people who can't outshine them. They want people who will not turn the light on the fact that they're doing just enough to get by too. So if I show up and I'm hard work, dedication, I'm in there early, I'm first one in, last one to leave, and I'm making the things better. I'm creating systems to make things easier for people. I'm making the company money quarter over quarter. And you, the supervisor, talking about, hey, you know what? Your coffee break was a little too long. They ain't gonna focus on me because I'm helping them make more money. They're going to focus on the fact that you're not helping them make more money, and you're afraid that they're going to give me your position.
Come on.
If it's your position, I can't take it.
I feel you.
So that's why these people have a hard time finding gigs when they're overqualified.
From an entrepreneurial standpoint, man, what do you think it takes to be an entrepreneur? And is this something that the average person can engage in, or is this something that you think they got to have in you?
There are average NBA players. Are they average? Or can they beat an average Joe 9 times out of 10 on a basketball court, even if they never play a minute of regulation ball, if they never ever start? Aren't they better than the average folks out here playing basketball? Same ball, same hoop. But they're average in comparison to the NBA. So the average entrepreneur can do it. Here's the problem. It's not about skills. It's not about genius level talent. It's not about money. It's not about relationships. It is about one thing and one thing only. Behind success in entrepreneurship is about your ability to deal with the fact that you're going to fuck up, to deal with the fact that you're going to fail over and over and over again, to deal with the fact that you have to break your addiction. Have you ever seen somebody addicted to something and they have to break that addiction? And if they do a cold turkey, there's a chance that they could die, which is why they have methadone clinics and things of that nature. We're addicted to the bi-weekly insult that's being passed off as a paycheck.
Well, I've been insulted too many times, so don't go there with me.
Listen, I was insulted for 25 years till I decided I ain't doing it no more.
So what are some of the best practices that somebody needs to have if they're getting into entrepreneurship? What do people need to? Because there might be somebody watching this right now that's been working and they've been, starting their business, trying to figure out how to get it off the ground, what it is they need to do. What are some of the surefire things that they can do to make sure that they'll be successful in their endeavor?
Please don't be like me. Don't be the person like, fuck all of y'all. I quit. Oh, you gonna fire me? Fuck you. Because the next time you see me, you're gonna be calling me Mr. Anderson and you're gonna make me sit down for an interview.
Yeah.
Don't be like me.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of an asshole.
My God.
What I do want you to do is don't listen to these gurus who are telling you jobs are the devil. Even though I'm telling you jobs are the devil, here's where the devil comes in handy. Because the devil comes with a contract. The devil does come with some benefits.
That's right.
Right? The devil does come with a steady bi-weekly insult. I need you to stop treating the devil like a job and starting treating the devil, meaning corporate America, like a silent investor in your business.
Facts.
Then what I need you to do is get rid of your comforts. You ask for best practices, here's what they are. Get rid of your comforts. Do you really need a flat screen in every room? Do you really need the suicidal hype shit cable package? If you do, cool. Just make sure that you're able to justify it, and also keep in mind that's money you could be putting into your business.
Yeah.
The other part that you need, and I know you think you can do it yourself because you're a fucking Google genius.
Yeah.
You're going to need some training and some coaching, whether it's me or someone else. There are lots of great coaches out here. April Franks is a great coach. Danielle Winningham is a great coach. My man Haji's a great coach. Ash Cash, great coach. Like, there are plenty of people who can teach you what it is you need to learn to get to where you need to be, and you pay them handsomely because they're saving you steps. Now here's the shit that's really gonna fuck your head up. When you say, well, I don't think I should be paying anybody 10, 20, like for me, it's $50,000 to work with me. Right? If I fly in, like for example, I had a client, she dropped 50, I flew in, I sat down with her, said, we're gonna do this, that. You get my time, right? There are going to be people who say, well, that's way too much money to be spending on something that you don't know is a guarantee. But bitch, you paid for college. And you signed that paperwork when you were 17 and your mama told you she was so proud of you, and she sat there and slapped you on the back of the head and said, oh, that's my baby. And you had no problem paying that, even though the odds were against you, 73 to 27, that you wasn't going to make it. And you did it. Again and again and again. And I ain't seen nobody yet. You worked at Clark Atlanta. How many people did you see who graduated from Clark Atlanta, did not get a job in the thing that they're majoring in, go to the bursar's office and say, I demand a refund? When did it happen? I'm asking. I've never asked you this question.
And nobody came back for no refund at all.
Nobody come back because listen. I've graduated from Temple. I teach at Temple. I stopped by the bursar's office. Never once did I see anybody do that.
Yeah.
I go down to Howard University because I pay her tuition, my daughter's tuition in cash. I don't see anybody in the bursar's office for that. What they're looking for is an extension. What they're looking for is a payment plan. There's nobody who graduated and said, man, y'all sold me a bill of goods. All I got was this piece of parchment that y'all got from FedEx Kinko's that y'all put in a nice little frame. And it says I got a degree, but to what degree am I earning money with this degree? I demand recompense. Right, they sitting up here with T.I.'s thesaurus talking about, I want recompense. I need to be compensated right now, expeditiously. Shout out to Tip. I love Tip.
Oh my God. But Dave, as the goat herder.
Yes, sir.
People will say, why do I got to pay them $50,000? I think you need to explain to them about the goats that you've herded and how your training and your information has changed their lives and helped them grow their businesses exponentially. Right.
Either through influence or through direct contact. DJ Clue, Wendy Williams, Charlamagne the God, David Banner, it's a lot. Rickey Smiley, Head Crack, Ebony Steele, Rock T, Gary with the T, and Teddy Pendergrass, Ben Vereen, Chubby Checker, Gerald and Sean Levert. I have made people better, either with my presence, my ideas, my ingenuity, or my get it doneness. You never, for people who have issues with me, for people that I'm no longer cool with, they never ever say he didn't work hard. They never say he didn't come through.
Facts.
They never said he didn't do what he said he was going to do. Personality shit, I know I'm an asshole. What else you got? You know what? Because my white contemporaries can be assholes all day. Because nobody questions Grant Cardone.
Come on.
Nobody questions Gary Vee. Tony Robbins, and Gary Vee and I are very good friends. No diss to Gary. I love Gary. Yeah. Right? I wouldn't be here in large part if it wasn't for Gary showing me certain things, right? I give respect where respect is due, regardless of race, socioeconomic, any of that.
Yeah.
I'm black first, but I'm honest first, right? And I give credit where credit is due. But here's the thing. When it comes down to it, they don't ask anybody white, why should I pay you this money? They pay it happily. Tony Robbins gets motherfuckers to walk on hot coals for at least $1,500.
My God.
Getting second and third degree burns, walking on hot coals, so that they can unleash the power within. Bitch, I can do that with a box of Nog Champa and some chants. You know what I mean? You give me some good weed. Listen, I can unleash some power within. I ain't even got to burn my feet, as if my feet ain't already fucked up enough.
Come on.
So don't ever fix your mouth to come to me about what I charge when you've never made anybody a millionaire.
Can you break down the steps, though, Dave? What are the steps that you took somebody from 0 to million, man?
Here you go. Because I know nobody wants to take you behind the curtain, and everybody says they do it, but they ain't got no receipts.
Yeah.
So let's just take one example, right? Somebody not famous, somebody not with an audience, right? There's a woman named Anissa Getna. And Anissa Getna, she was a certified nurse's aid trainer. She also spent time reading books, understanding, studying, learning how to build credit, both personal and business credit. She's really good at it, right? What she was missing was the same thing most people who have a 9-to-5 mentality in entrepreneurship were missing, and that is a system of success that's duplicable.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. When you look at Chick-fil-A, whether it's Chick-fil-A in Midtown or whether it's Chick-fil-A in Stone Mountain, you know for a fact.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. And when you ask them for something, what do they say to you?
Yes, sir, master. You get whatever you want and whatever you need. I love you.
My pleasure.
Damn right.
They will run you down to say my pleasure while they give you that Chick-fil-A sauce. They will go out their way. First of all, they get graded on how many times they say my pleasure.
My God.
It's not because they're happy. It's because they're happy because the system allows them to be treated like human beings.
Yeah.
And the system allows them to thrive in their roles. And the system is not treating them like a number. They're treating them like people because Chick-fil-A is 100% in control of everything that they do. Your bitch ass don't own a Chick-fil-A. Your bitch ass gets the privilege and the pleasure of operating a Chick-fil-A. Yeah. They choose the location. They choose how it's going to go. They choose the training. They choose the outfits. They choose the uniforms, and they choose the standard operating procedure. Most of you Negroes are running around calling yourselves entrepreneurs and CEOs, and I'll get to that in a minute, but you do not have an SOP. If you do not have a standard operating procedure, what you then have is chaos, because I can't, if I die today, you won't know I'm dead. You'll think I'm cute, and you think I'm in Cuba with Tupac. Because I have a standard operating procedure.
That's right.
I'm here right now. My businesses are still running.
That's
I
right.
own a cleaning business in Oklahoma City that services Oklahoma, Dallas, Fort Worth, the surrounding areas, that little cluster right there. You think I'm pushing them out, bro?
I don't see one nowhere near you.
Baseboards.
Right now, at all.
Scrubbing. None of that.
You're not in Oklahoma City right now.
Not doing that. You want to know why? Because Roger's running that.
Come on.
Simple. Right? Standard operating procedure, though.
Facts.
So if you don't have that, you're screwed. So now let's continue. So with Anissa, I looked at everything that she could do, and then I looked at everything that she was doing. And the was doing list versus the could do list, this was. This is could do. We do not value our talents and our skills because we think everybody is skilled and talented the same way. You don't do any type of needs assessment, and you don't do any type of self-assessment. You have very little self-awareness because you take yourself for granted because you're busy putting on a cape and being everybody's superhero.
Yeah.
That's not how any of this works. Once you start identifying these things that you could be doing, that could make you money, out of those things, you have to eliminate anything that sticks out that will not help you with the main mission. Let me put that to you a different way. This is an iPhone 13 Pro Max, Max Pro. I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's one of the things with the 3 cameras, right?
That's right.
And do you know that if I put a note in this phone, right, it'll show up in this phone. Right? It'll also show up in my iMac. It'll show up in my MacBook Pro. It'll show up in my MacBook Air. Right? It'll show up in my iPad. Ask me why.
Why?
Because it's an integrated product suite. iPhone, iMac, iPad, iPod, iPaid. Right? Because Tim Cook, just like Steve Jobs before him, manufactures his stuff in China for next to nothing. And he wants it to be as convenient as possible so that you come to depend on it.
Yeah.
So if you have all of these things working together in tandem, it's a beautiful 5-part harmony that continues to make you money. So she is a certified nurse's aide trainer, which means she was also a certified nurse's aide. You know what nurses' aides need more than anything?
What?
Comfortable, stylish scrubs.
Yeah.
We started that. Right? You know what else they need? The schools that teach and put out certified nurses' aides, they need a standard operating procedure.
Come on.
They need a curriculum that's actually going to get their students placed so that they can charge more tuition, because job placement assistance is one of the main reasons that people go to trade schools versus going to college, because the job placement assistance at college sucks donkey dick. I know you mad as hell you gave me that damn that damn little that Tennessee Jack. Matter of fact, I'll take another cup if you got it.
I got you.
But if job placement assistance, thank you, sir, means that, I hope they're giving you an endorsement.
I'm about to holler at them after this.
Listen, they need to. Seeing as though their original formula was developed, we already know. Okay.
Oh, so, that's right.
If we can up a school's job placement assistance track record by 15 to 20%, then that makes us hot shit in these streets.
That's right.
So we created that. And we license that curricula to several different schools.
My God.
And we create a situation where you're going to pay this exorbitant amount of money for this curriculum, but your competition can't have it because we're non-compete, non-disclosure. So it's yours.
Come on.
For your particular school. Now, if you want it for all of your schools, then we're going to come to the table with a different set of circumstances. So now we're starting to talk bigger contracts. But wait, we're not done. Have you been to Dubai?
Nope.
You been to the Emirates? It's amazing. They have a completely different credit system. She's mastered that, and she's going over there to help people develop their credit in the Emirates system. She's the only one, and she is a black woman.
My God.
I'm not done.
I'm here.
Do you know what's popular in places outside of Georgia because the Georgia bureaucracy doesn't allow it to happen?
What?
Credit repair businesses. Do you know what most credit repair businesses lack?
What?
Structure. You know what else they lack?
What?
Customer service. So we have a credit repair concierge program where one of our professionally trained concierge handles your customer service, handles the needs of your clients, make sure they follow up. So all you got to do is collect the money. So we did that. Now, all of that in about 2 years got her about 1.25. Woo! Do you know what I saw Christmas afternoon?
What?
I got on Instagram. Because, we'd already done the gifts, and, oh, Daddy, I'm playing with everybody's happy. Right? I done smoked 2 turkeys and got one to my brother. I smoke turkeys, in case y'all can't tell, I like to eat. I go on my Instagram, and in her stories, she went and she took her husband to a car dealership. And he's like, yo, why are you Like we got like because they went and got their dream cars. Like she didn't got the fly ass Benz and whatever like high end cars she got. And y'all can look this up for yourself. She's not hard to find. I am Anissa Gettner is her name. She took him to the car dealership and didn't go pick one. She took him to the car dealership and he's trying to figure out why the whole family is out at this car dealership on Christmas morning because 3 hours behind me. Yeah, West Coast, California. Right? Do you know what she did?
What'd she do, Dave?
She bought him the dealership and handed him the keys and retired him.
Ooh!
That's why you pay me $50,000.
On that note right there, Dave, I don't even have any more questions, man. Hell, you just solved everything right there. That was a full circle moment. Before we wrap this thing up, is there anything that you want to get off your chest that you want to let your loyal listeners and followers know? And what else you got up your sleeve, Dave?
Wow. So my audiobooks for my two most popular books, Pitch, Close, Upsell, Repeat, and Sell It Like Jesus, are coming to Audible. You know,
Sell It Like Jesus.
Listen, Principles and Strategies of the World's Greatest Salesman.
Come on.
Listen, I don't know anybody. Do you know anything else black people give $33 million to every Sunday? In tithes and offerings? I don't think so. No, man. Jesus is still selling.
My God.
Jesus selling out stadiums. Ask Joe Osteen. Ask Jakes. Ask Bryant.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Big Jesus.
Big Jesus. It's the whole industry. Don't even get me started on the church industry and how that's it. That's an interview for another day. But here's what I want you to know, right? There are people who say, well, Dave, you know what? Like, I only got 50,000 is a whole lot for me to ask, but I'm determined. I want to do something. I want to learn from you. So I condensed my $50,000 program to an $8,000 program. Okay. Right? So if you go to my Instagram and you click the first link in my bio, you can apply for that program. But Dave, I ain't got good credit. You don't need it. I own the finance company. I approve everybody. See, when you have a system.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? And a standard operating procedure, you can control the variables. Yeah. And people who want to control the variables do not work well in corporate America.
Come on.
So,
facts.
It's $8K, which is piss in the bucket in comparison to $50,000.
That's right.
But the average person doesn't have $8,000 because the average person doesn't have $400 for an emergency. So, if you can scrape together $320 a month, I can get you to $50,000 in 90 days. Ooh. My system works. The only variables with my system is your ass.
Come on.
Are you going to be able to put in the work? Are you going to be able to say, but I'm Phil? Because a lot of y'all are so scared of other people's opinions that you won't take this thing right here. Do you know what this is?
Oh.
No, it's not.
A computer?
No.
What?
This is a license to print money.
Oof. I'm with that too now.
This is a black empowerment tool. This is an ATM. This is anything but a phone.
Yeah.
This is a TV studio.
That's right.
This thing right here can change the course of your life. This thing got me from being a bum bitch to helping take care of my entire family and helping other people take care of their entire families. Yeah. Right? Like that's the goal. Because Banner said this to me and it fucked my head up. I was consulting for a company in Missoula, Montana. You know how many black people in Missoula, Montana?
3,
if that.
Yeah.
Listen, I came and beefed up the population. I've never seen so many black people here. And I was talking to my Banner. I was like, "Where you at?" I'm leaving Missoula, Montana. He said, "What you doing?" I was consulting. He was like, "Damn, I hate that." I said, "What you mean, Banner?" He was like, "No, I'm happy you're getting your money, bro. You know, I ain't never gonna begrudge you that." He was like, "But I hate the fact that we have to sometimes go outside of ourselves. If we had us, we'd never need them." Yeah. So if I can create more us's, it's a wrap. Because it's true, it's lonely at the top. It's even lonelier for black people. Ooh. That's it. You think Kanye's crazy? He ain't crazy. He got $6.5 billion reasons why he's upset right now. Because y'all don't understand. So here's the thing. If you can scrape up $320 a month, I'm going to get you to $50,000 in 90 days. If you do the work. And it is work. Yeah. I ain't gonna sit up here. I know these gurus out here will tell you, You can do it. Just $47 a month. No, the fuck you can't. They're counting on you not paying attention to that $47 a month so they can buy their Versace robes and have their McLaren in their driveway, and they open it up talking about you can get it.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no McLaren for $47 a month. Ain't nobody. Fucking Kreskin and Einstein ain't that damn knowledgeable. You feel me? So here's the thing. If you put in the work, you're going to get it. Right? And that's what it is. And you have to trust that there's a process. Now, what comes with that is my entire team. Right? So I've got people who are extremely organized because I'm not the organizer on my team. I'm the visionary.
That's
it's very important to know who you are. Walt Disney was a visionary. Do you know why Roy Disney up to very recently had the highest divorce settlement in history? Because he was the action person. He was the Imagineer. He was the original Imagineer. He was like, yo, you want to do Disney World? Okay, cool. No internet. This man's like, oh, you know what? They're selling swampland out here in Florida. For pennies on the dollar. We can drain that shit. Ooh. Oh, we can turn these magic teacups around. And you know what would be cool? Oh, Walt wants a space mountain. Let's put the roller coaster in the mountain. Not only do you need a visionary, you need somebody who can execute on the vision. You need an actionary. Yeah. You feel me? So that part is important, right? You also are spending a shit ton of money because if you have a business, you need to promote it. And I know y'all don't like that. And I'm not a fan of PR. So I went and bought a PR agency. And I put that person to work for my clients. Yeah. So that my clients know, one, how to conduct an interview.
That's right.
Two, how to speak, how to have calls to action, how to sit, their posture, the whole nine, right? So that you don't have that expense. I have literally created the mega store of entrepreneurship development. So you ain't got to go outside. And the only reason I did that was because I would say, yo, go do this, go do that. And they would come back with janky shit. Not because they were janky, but the people they were hiring was janky.
The wrong way,
So I'm like, let me just handle all of this. Let's bring all of this in-house. And then let's get you to where you need to be. The other thing, and this is the last thing I want to say. We're fucked up as a community. Not all of us, but too many of us. Because if 10% of us are doing well, if Du Bois' talented 10th holds true, 90% of us are fucked.
Come on.
Right? We got all these mega churches. We got all these institutions. We got all this education. But we're still fucked up. Yeah. Right? And one thing that's really fucked up about us, do you know why there's so many Baptist bishops in the black community? Because back in the day, in the 40s and 50s, right on the dawn of the civil rights movement, you had the black church being the dissemination factor for information for our people because they wasn't talking to us on the news, right? The people who choose to enslave you in any form it takes are not going to give you the means to your freedom.
That's right.
So our news came from the church. So if you've got Pastor Do Funny on one corner, right, and you got Reverend Jenkins on another corner, right? And you got Reverend Dr. Smith on another corner. But then on this here corner, you got the bishop. Which one sounds more official? Being a bishop is a Lutheran or Catholic distinction. You can't just appoint yourself bishop. There ain't never been no black Baptist bishops until they decided to be that. Yeah. That's not doctrine. That's not theologically sound. It's marketing. Right? So, with that, you got a bunch of Negroes running around here calling themselves CEOs. A CEO is an appointed position. Yeah. Right? And the CEO's job is to report to the board of directors. How the fuck are you a CEO if there's no board? Half of y'all can't spell CEO. They're not CEOs, they're CEOs. Because show me who they have made better. Yeah. Show me who they've made a millionaire. Fuck, let's take millions off the table. Show me who they've gotten to sustainable six figures year after year after year. Show me how many people have quit their job and where they are 5 years from the time they quit their job with your tutelage. Since you're such a CEO, you're such a boss. Bosses get hired and fired. CEOs get replaced. The guy, Mr. Zimmer, who owned the Men's Warehouse, founded and started the Men's Warehouse. Then he went public. The board of directors fired him from being the CEO and the spokesperson of his own company. Steve Jobs founded Apple and got fired. Then they rehired him. CEOs get replaced. Woo. Owners don't.
Come on. How can they contact you, Business Bully?
Listen, freegamealert.com is still in effect.
Come on.
Right? You can find me on all platforms at The Business Bully, with the exception of Twitter and Snapchat, which is DA Business Bully, as in Dave Anderson Business Bully. Business Bully TV is available on all platforms.
That's right.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Ooh.
It's real easy. Business Bully Podcast is available where all fine podcasts are listened to. And then, you can always find me on Beehive TV when you're so gracious to let me be here and have some of this phenomenal Tennessee honey.
I'm here for that, man. Dave, appreciate you coming through this thing, boss.
Man, thank you. I hope I did something good today.
Well, no, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you done opened up a lot of folks' eyes, and I mean, a lot of aha moments occurred during this conversation, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing the prosperous entrepreneurs that will come from this conversation, because a lot of times it's a lot of people in between that rock and that hard place, and they're like,
right.
And sometimes they just need that little nudge or that little bit of confirmation to let them know that, hey, man, it's time to go, it's time to grow.
Yeah.
Beehive Radio, shout it. Dave Anderson. Holla at y'all in a minute, man. We gone.
Peace.